Hello, happy Monday, everyone. Welcome. I am Meredith. I am here with our message for the 16th of June, 2025. We're using Wild Reflections Tarot for our message today. We have the Sun in Gemini for a couple more days. We're going to switch signs. I think it's on Friday. We move into the season of summer in the sign of Cancer. We've got Okay, so Sun's in Gemini. Moon is currently in Aquarius. Later today, shifting into Pisces, we have Pluto retrograde. Let's see what's on offer according to the cards for the energy atmosphere of the day, how you might interact within your sphere of influence. Our first card is Page of Cups. Excellent. A manifestation card. And it's fresh energy. It's new. We've seen a lot of the pages lately because we find ourselves in new territory with our vast experience, which is wonderful. So that's something to celebrate and be excited about. The Page of Cups is always a meditation message. The page carries the Ace of Cups. So this is in keeping with what we are nurturing in heart-mind coherence, paired with, the Empress. We're truly giving birth, giving life to our manifestation. So what are you focusing on with positive affirmation? And how are you prepared to receive this is a question I feel compelled to ask. Have you made space for? Please say yes, you have, because the cards have been having us, take a walk down memory lane and do some review and some hindsight review, of course. And we've been challenged recently to resist doing a same old thing. We've been encouraged to do something different. And we've also been encouraged to get comfortable with the discomfort out on the edge of our comfort zone. And it looks like we're doing it here because we've had to take a leap of faith to come into this manifestation energy that we find ourselves in because we're blazing a new trail. We're doing a new and different thing. Ooh, well, that's cool. So the Empress is the mother to the Charioteer. The Empress and the Emperor are the parents of the Chariot card. So this is a card of moving without hesitation, taking action without hesitation whatsoever. And I sense that our energy atmosphere is calling for that. You don't have a long period of time to necessarily make a decision for yourself. Things are happening in a speedy fashion. So that aspect can be a little bit challenging because we will do by rote what we know to do. We're in a different sphere of influence though, and our actions need to be swift and somewhat altered from prior consideration of how we once did things. Let's see what's in the middle of the reading. The Fool. More leaps of faith coming our way. So when the sphere of influence energy, which is the energy field around you, which stretches about 26 miles in all directions, that's your sphere of influence. There is a swift moving energy there, and it's carrying with it all of our affirmative and maybe not so affirmative manifestations. So what have you been focusing on, and what leaps of faith have you taken thus far? And are you considering that there are more leaps of faith to be taken? Though in a pretty stable environment, because now we have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is very focused on abundance and return of abundance, meaning invest in what grows so it will abundantly bless you. And if you're coming from an old set of circumstances where you've had, let's just say, collectively a more challenging experience than a less challenging one, or vice versa, switch it up for yourself depending upon your circumstances, and recognize that no matter what, either side of the coin, you're finding yourself in new territory, and in that new territory, things move swiftly. So you want to stay connected to the choices and decisions on offer. I think we saw the Lover's card a couple times last week too, about making a choice, which is a heart-centered choice. You want to make sure the choice you're making is going to reward you in the oncoming. So sometimes that means making sure you have a long vision toward that horizon and that you are prepared to take the leaps of faith that come your way swiftly. There's no room for dragging our feet, ho-humming. I don't really know. There's no space for wishy-washy at all. It's basically a message from the universe that says, get off your ass and do something. And while you're at it, do something a little bit different. And I know that sounds a little pushy, yet the cards are extremely consistent lately. And they're hammering this message home. This is the time to switch up the energy. And you're switching up the energy in a way that's going to pay reward for you for a long time. It's going to create a ripple effect of reward that's just going to keep blessing and blessing and blessing. So what you do now is important. The dreams you're dreaming now, super important. The vision that you have, meant to be nurtured, held in heart space. You know, do yourself a favor, go on YouTube and watch Greg Braden or Bruce Lipton. Bruce Lipton will talk to you about, the honeymoon effect and how our happiness has such an incredible influence on our everything. And Greg Braden will tell you some things about, the neurites in our heart. These are brain cells that are in our heart. And if you can learn about that, you can up your game magnificently when it comes to the way you create in your life. So just some suggestions there. Or hey, if you know someone else who's bringing information of that caliber to all of us so that we can create the life of our dreams, certainly suggest that person or individual in the comments for the rest of the class. Last card in the main body of the reading, look at that. What's it all leading to, everyone? It's leading to the Ace of Cups, the love, bliss, joy, happiness cup. We've also seen the Ten of Cups a lot recently as well. We've even seen the Ace and the Ten of Cups show up in the same reading. We've had other cards that add up to the 10. So the cards are really pushing us, encouraging us into some of the discomfort and tentativeness out on the edge of our comfort zone so that we don't become complacent and repeat old behaviors, therefore pushing off the very things we are, in excited anticipation for creating, giving life to, giving birth to. So we're starting with a Page of Cups and an Empress, the Mother of Tarot. We have swift moving energy, not a lot of time to drag our feet when making decisions, because we're making decisions and choices for the long haul, for the long vision. And we're looking at those choices through the lens of the Ace of Cups. It simply comes down to love, bliss, joy, happiness. Not necessarily in that order, still. This is what it boils down to. So if you're at a point where you are making a choice, oh, and by the way, we're looking at number 7 here out of the major arcana on the Chariot card, which is heaven touching earth. These energies are going to come along very swiftly, and we are being asked to meet them and greet them and decide in the now how it fits into the big picture. So be prepared for that. Just be prepared for that. Be prepared to challenge yourself out of old behaviors. Bottom of the deck, how's the universe helping us out behind the scenes? Well, looky there, the whole family is present. There's the Empress, there's the Emperor, there's the Chariot. These are the parents to this child. These parents are bringing heaven to earth for us in a very powerful way. These two characters, Emperor, Empress, are the mother and father of tarot. All 4 queens, all 4 kings rolled into one being. And then we have their offspring in the reading. Exactly what we're giving birth to in, an accelerated energy atmosphere. And it's accelerated by love, bliss, joy, and happiness, which is what's popping out of the cup over here on the Page of Cups. Whatever your dream is, take the leap, folks, because it's going to pay reward for a long time onwards. You'll be so happy. I did something yesterday that was really profound and a very first time ever life experience. And I gotta say, it's incredibly liberating. I feel so much peace for having taken this action. It's a very personal, a very emotional experience and profound. And that's what I'm seeing here in these cards. I feel we are all on this precipice here with the Fool. And we are all in our mastery, our self-mastery with the Empress and the Emperor here. We can do anything. We just have to believe we can. Because, and for many of us, we believed out of programming and belief system that we couldn't. And the cards are saying, you really can. How bad do you want it? Go get it, whatever it is. Then we have another page, Page of Swords showing up. New information incoming, and usually quite swiftly. So fresh messages on our way. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I like seeing that. No detail is unimportant here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the King of Pentacles as well. We've got 2 pages on the table, an ace. It's fabulous. It's fabulous energy for us. The Knight of Pentacles, very detail-oriented. Every detail truly matters. So this is a card that reminds us all to pay close attention to anything connected to, related to, our vision, our dream that we are bringing to life on our foundation in the now. 8 of Cups. Such a great card. There's a little bit of alchemy in this card. I love that. And it's very transitional, as all 8s are in tarot. They have movement, they have activity, and this is us walking toward our vision, our dream, toward our horizon. So in the 7 of Cups, we're spoiled for choice. Choices can be difficult. We've narrowed it down to follow your heart. These 2 together, by the way, make the 9 of Cups, where dreams come true, where dreams are fulfilled. And that's what we're walking toward. So good for you. If you needed encouragement, here it is. Go do it. And then 8 of Wands, more swift moving energy, powerful. This is likely intuitive energy incoming. It could be a conversation with someone that sparks our intuition as well. And we have an epiphany, aha, and we feel compelled to take another action, take a different step. So go with that flow. It will pay reward. 8 of Wands is a message too about how we weave energy together. It's considered a marriage card. And I see marriage as energies coming together through some kind of alchemy. The 8 of Cups is going to take us back to eclipse seasons of the past. This past spring, this last fall, and maybe even last spring's eclipses as well. So that's the alchemy that's been taking place, being woven into the fabric of our sphere of influence. This is, if this is all a simulation, we're staring at the movie screen of our life. What's in your next scene? What's in your next 10 scenes? Know that and be making decisions for that. So I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. Was going to stop here, but I noticed the Hierophant as well. And what I'm noticing here is the harmony between these 2 beings. You have a bison on the card with the Hierophant, the High Priest. This is not how we would meet in nature at all, ever. So there are rare and uncommon energies, and I think there's a rare and uncommon peace for all of us to be leaning in to our dreams. Queen of Wands behind that, bring the fire. King of Wands as well. Two paired up cards. Or two sets, rather. Emperor, Empress, King and Queen of Wands. Woof. Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands. Wow. Another page. Lots of new beginnings and fresh starts to take advantage of in the now. Angel answers. If you have a question, put it to this deck. Let it confirm the current reading or be a fresh message altogether. Romance. This is another card for unity in this deck. You know, we're bringing energies together, and it's going to take all the love in our love, bliss, joy, and happiness over here to unify these energies. So do what you need to do to create the environment where this energy thrives. There's something even better. Communicate clearly. That is, for me, looking at all of this, there's something better. The unity in the romance card, the love, the heart-mind coherence that it will require to bring our visions to life. Awesome. Communicate clearly with the divine. Knowing there's something better means that you can challenge yourself when you're at the edge of your comfort zone and don't think you can stick your toe over the line. Know that there's something better and it's a worthy endeavor to go after it. Remain positive. It's up to you, and listen to your intuition, because you're all about bringing your happy to make the big changes. Beautiful, right? All right, final word on our message today from angels and ancestors. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? And we have the High Priest. Intend and create. Don't waste this opportunity. You know, if the planets are aligned, the cosmos is aligned in some way to make your dreams come true. Well, just what I said. Get off your seat and go get it. Participate in it. Have the best Monday ever. Peace, love, joy. Namaste.